Arm pump or hand pump is that horrible feeling that you get after a long descent where you feel like you can't hold on to the bars anymore. It becomes a massive effort to press your brakes, your hands are hurting, they're getting tight, they're getting sore, and you may find that your forearms start to feel like they're literally pumped up, hence the term arm pump. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about why you get arm pump, and I'm also going to talk about the ways that you can get over it and stop getting it in future. But before I do that, if you're enjoying MTB fitness videos, make sure you subscribe, and please just leave a comment below, because that means that YouTube will push it out to much more people, and I'd really appreciate that. Without further ado, enjoy the video. So there are three main reasons that people get arm pump or hand pump. Now essentially, arm pump is just, I know I've mentioned it briefly, but it's that feeling where your hands are just absolutely shattered, so it hurts to hold on to the bars. You find that your hands are kind of like trying to open up, and you may find you get to the bottom of a descent and then you have that feeling and you just have to like ease your hands off the bar, and it kind of hurts just to straighten them out. That's arm pump or hand pump. Now actual arm pump, or when your forearms kind of literally pump up, now when you use a muscle, you pump blood to that muscle. Now what happens there is that when you use it repeatedly, your arms pump up. So for people listening to this who work out, maybe at home or in the gym, let's say in the gym, you're doing a load of bicep curls, after about 10 minutes your arms are almost twice the size, and that's because all the blood pumps to your muscle. For arm pump, it's the exact same thing. So you can kind of separate the two, hand pump and arm pump. Arm pump is more your forearms that are getting pumped up and uncomfortable. Hand pump is when your hands are just really painful and uncomfortable and you can't grip the bars. So that's what it is. It doesn't help you ride at all because it makes it really hard. You end up tensing up, you can't control the bike efficiently, and it really just cocks up your ride and makes it uncomfortable. Now there's three main solutions to it, and these are 99% of the time, these are the reasons that you get an arm pump. Now I'd say the most common one is just a lack of strength and a lack of fitness, especially in your upper body. So if you think when you're on the bike and you're bombing down a downhill, you're taking a load of pressure and you're getting really attacked on the handlebars and through the suspension, and your upper body's taking a beating. Now every time that happens, your hands are essentially keeping you attached to those handlebars. If your hands let go, that's it, you're coming off the bike. So it takes a lot of hand strength and a lot of forearm strength to keep your hands tensed and keep them gripping the handlebars. So particularly on longer descents, when you're going over and over and over again, your arms and your hand, the muscles in your hands, literally just aren't strong enough to be able to hold on to the bars for that length of time. So the first solution, and this is by far the most common one, is you need to start training your upper body. Now you can do that off the bike, doing things like press-ups, chin-ups, off-bike workouts, or you can also do it in the gym, doing particularly mountain bike specific exercises, but a lot of exercises that work your grip, like deadlifts, pull-ups, lat pull-downs, rows, all exercises that really force your grip to improve. You've probably heard about my 12-week training program, but this is massively beneficial for getting rid of arm pump, so feel free to check out the link in the description if you want to learn more about my 12-week training program, because that includes both off the train, that includes both at home training and also in the gym training plans as well, so that'd be well worth looking at. But just to reiterate, the first most common reason is because you're too weak and you need to get in the gym or train at home to build up some strength. The second most common reason that you get arm pump is because you're gripping the bars too tight. So the more that you grip your hands, the more that you grip the bars, sorry, the more that you work those hand muscles and all of that arm muscles, and they'll just get tired more quickly. So if you've got a really firm grip on the bars, your arms and your hands are going to get so much more tired. So one thing you can really focus on doing to get rid of that is just relax your grip. So rather than getting that really tight grip, just focus on easing off your grip. You see what happened to my elbows then? I was started off tense, and as soon as I relaxed, my elbows just dropped, and then you've kind of got to consciously bring them up. But everything's just so much more relaxed, so much more chilled, and what that does is it'll just mean that your muscles go far further without getting fatigued. Now, if you've got too much weight on the front of the bike, you're going to find it really hard to relax your hands, because if you do, your hands are going to come slipping off. So this leads me on to tip 3, and that's to make sure on the descents that you drop your heels. So what you should be doing when you're descending is dropping your heels right down, and what that does, you can probably see on this overlay, is that it puts your weight back slightly, and it really just puts that weight onto your lower body. Your legs and your glutes are so much stronger than your upper body is ever going to be, even if you're a meathead. So make sure that when you drop those heels, you're putting a lot more weight onto your hips, onto your legs, and they can take the strain much more easily. And when you do that, what happens is it just relaxes your hands, takes some pressure off them, so it's much easier to relax. You'll almost find that you can almost let go of the bars in a straight line and you're absolutely fine. You only need a really light grip on the bars, and even when you're on the really gnarly stuff, you want to obviously grip slightly tighter, but you should never be death gripping the bars. So they're the three most common reasons that you get hand pump or arm pump. Number one was you need to start weight training on or off the bike because you're too weak essentially with your upper body. That's really common. Number two was because you grip the bars too tightly, so you just need to chill out and focus on relaxing, letting that grip go a little bit. And number three was just focusing on putting some more weight in your heels, dropping your heels, and that'll put your weight back a smidge ever so slightly. And what that means then is that your weight will come off your upper body, which helps with tip two, just helping you relax your hands a little bit. So they're the three most common reasons. 99% of cases, when you do those things, they're going to solve it. But if you do struggle with it or you've got any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And to watch more MTB fitness videos, click here to subscribe and click here to watch a recommended MTB fitness video. Thank you so much.